G'day, let's have a look at a few different Wera Stubby screwdrivers. So I've got three different sets here. So on the right here, I've got a full set of these fixed ones. In the middle here, we've got an interchangeable magnetic holder one. And on the very end, we've got a ratcheting one as well with that magazine at the back. So just start with this set here. So this set has a Phillips 1 and a 2. And then we've got three different slotted. So I'll just grab a couple up for a close-up for comparison there. So these are really nice, small, obviously stubby, short, and also really nice and lightweight. So this grip is quite good. It fits sort of in between your two fingers, and then your thumb kind of slides in there, and you usually get quite a good grip on it as well to actually turn that. Again, it being stubby, you're probably going to be working on it sideways or in weird angles on confined spaces. So it's really nice to see that the black is just a hard plastic, but this green here is a very nice rubbery feel to it. So you can get a bit of a grip. Although I have found with sweaty hands, this does get wet, it can be a little bit slippery. But basically, this is a set of 5. So I'll put a link down in the description for all of these. So if you want to check it out, go for it there. But this is just a set of 5. And what I like about these is these are really nice to just have in the shop or on your workbench. So where size isn't really an issue. By size, I mean one of these has 6 different bits in it. So one of these is effectively 6 of those, right? But we'll look at that in a sec. So if you're just working on a bench, then these are really good because you can just have the different sizes, just take it, swap it out really nice and easy. But then again, if you're working on a bench, you probably don't need the stubby ones. Although if you're working on tools and reaching into small spaces, then these do come in really handy. The other thing that I do like about these is, these are just my other screwdrivers here, for example, but I'll just show you. So these Wera racks are interchangeable. So as you saw, you can have the screwdrivers sitting onto them like this, or you can just flip it like this, and then you've got these 5 holes, or actually it's got 4 holes and 3 holes here. So then you can just put screwdrivers straight into that. So you can see you can stack these guys like that. And then you've got these little mounts here, so you can mount this to a wall. So, well, you can't actually see that, it's off camera, but you can get that, you mount this to a wall and you have this nice set sitting on a wall. So that's good there. I'll move these out the way. So that's kind of a nice handy feature of those. Now these two, I find I have these in my portable tool bags, so they're obviously a lot more compact, and by compact in the sense of 6 in 1. So you've got 6 different ones in one. So on this one here, you've got a magnetic bit out the front there, and it's just a normal hex, and then you pull this from the back, and then you've got 6 spaces for different hex bits in there. So for example, Phillips 2, you take that off, close up the magazine, and then just slide it on top, and you can hear that click from that magnet. And then that effectively becomes that Phillips 2. So just sort of for size comparison there. This one is definitely a little bit bigger. It's thicker and longer, but not considerably. When you look at them side by side, it's not all that much different. And this is really nice in the back, so it does swivel around. I haven't had any issues with this breaking. It's actually quite good plastic and held in there pretty well, but it's really handy just pulling it and swiveling it. The other benefit of these that I have found over the standard ones is this back plate here does turn. So if you do need to apply a lot of pressure, you can just push on that and then turn it with your other hand. I mean, you can do the same thing with these, but that will rub against your palm and just provide a little more friction. So that's nice there as a bit of an extra feature, I guess. And then this one here is pretty much the same as that other one, except it's got this ratcheting system out the front. So in the back, we've got the same sort of deal. You can pull that out and pick whatever bits you want. So I'll just take a Phillips 2 so we can all be comparing the same ones. And in there, you can maybe just see that magnet. So it's got a magnet as well. You just slide it in, makes a really nice little click, and then that's locked itself in. And then you can see it's got L, 0, and R, so you got left, 0, and right. So on that 0, it's just locked. It just acts as a normal standard screwdriver. And then on the left, you can turn that ratcheting system on. And it does, I'm not sure exactly how many teeth this has, but this does work really well. And you can hear that really nice ratcheting. And then again, you can lock it as well, and it's just locked or go the other way. So again, as far as distance, as far as the actual length concerned, is pretty much the same. That ratcheting mechanism just takes up a little bit of this metal area here, but it doesn't actually protrude out that much further. I think it is maybe, I'd say it's a couple of millimeters longer, but really not all that considerably. And then when you compare it with that standard one as well, they are pretty much all the same length. Obviously, very different dimension in the body of them, but the length is pretty much the same, and same as that grip as well, that the thickness of it, this is the thinnest, and then these ones here are a little bit thicker. So just as far as that ratcheting is concerned, I'll just show that on here. So let's tighten up, so let's loosen it. So you can see that works pretty well. And then obviously these other two are non-ratcheting, but still it's really not an issue. They hold in there quite nicely. If you do need to get a lot of torque to tighten that screw, then these portable ones are actually slightly better because they do have thicker handles, so you can get more pressure on that side and get a tighter fit. The good thing with this is you can see this little hex on the shaft out the front, so you could grab a set of pliers or a spanner and then actually just grip it there and then get a lot more force in turning it. So I could just show that. You can do that and then just turn it purely with that bit there. So that can be handy if you do need to tighten some things up, but you want a pretty big screw to be doing that because this Phillips 2 can wear it quite easily. So that's it. That's just a quick comparison between these three different Wera Stubby screwdrivers.